Hi, I'm Paul. I'm the store manager at USC. I've started working with Jersey Employment Trust about 18 months ago. Well, we've had 3 employees now from Jet. Lindsay came in and started doing just 4 hours a day for us, and since then, and she was able to maybe just do tills or close down, which we call close down as recovery, which is tidying up at the end of the day. But she's moved on from that now to actually doing merchandising. She's got a manager code. She can work on footwear, she can work in the stock room, she can do deliveries, and you know, we was merchandising the shop last week to a model store. She did fantastically well with it. It's been beneficial to her that she's now been able to work 7 hours a day, 7.5 hours a day from just doing 4. But it's certainly been beneficial to us because I've got an excellent member of staff out of it. Jet came in and we did some risk assessments, and we looked at what little adjustments we could make, and we worked together with the adjustments, and then going through the whole course. Jet's been really supportive with Lindsay, with myself as well. They come in at least once every 2-3 weeks. I've got some vacancies now, so hopefully within the next 12 months we'll work together with Jet some more.
So hi, my name's Paul Johnson from Logicalis. I'm the operations manager here of our security team, and essentially we're a managed service business and we provide support to customers, over 400 customers globally. We'll be providing opportunities to young adults with autism, Asperger's. Traditionally in the IT industry, these young adults can prosper greatly within our environment. So Charles was one of our main sort of protégés that came in from Jersey Employment Trust, and on initial interviews I interviewed Charles, and he really stood out for me as being very particular and very precise. Charles then immediately came back and promptly interviewed me about the position, which was really good, and it gave me a really good insight on to how he thinks, and we've kind of developed a role around Charles. Now, he started off, and when he originally started, he was really not very confident with answering telephones, and the progression from there took us a little bit of time to kind of get some flashcards in the process, and that was all done through Jersey Employment Trust, who helped us with the telephone techniques. Charles now has progressed right the way through the ranks, and he is now team lead in one of our shift leads. Charles is well respected within the team. He's very knowledgeable, and everybody knows that if there's a process that's done, Charles will follow that process right down to the T and to the very last letter, which is extremely good. And he helps us with the writing of those processes because he has that analytical mind of how that will work, and we'll follow that right through to make sure it works. So I want to really develop our future with Jersey Employment Trust, because we want people with analytical mindsets, people who can follow process, people who like to follow process and procedures. That's really good for us because of the nature of our business. We're in cybersecurity, there is a lot of analytics involved, there is a lot of AI, and this is the future, and this is where we want to go, and we really want to take advantage of the internship that Jersey Employment Trust are offering as well.
So hi, I'm Tom Hackwell, I'm the CEO of Infuse Group. So we're a kind of software business based here in Jersey, but we make and produce products that we sell all over the world. So I started working with Jersey Employment Trust after I was introduced by a lady called Joanna Alford, who's runs the Barclays Eagle Labs at the library. I started working with Jet probably 6 months ago-ish, and I was introduced, as I say, through Joanna to 2 people that Jet were helping. In the first instance, it was just meeting them both, trying to understand sort of what their interests and passions were and trying to align that with a career in the industry, because obviously it's a broad sector. I think following that, we've dived a little deeper with one of the individuals specifically, trying to understand, well, now that we've established this is the sort of career they'd like, I think we've worked together over a number of sessions to identify the best route into the industry, to provide them with a little project to be working on so they've got something substantive to show potential employers. helping them with the resources, and then in the near future, I guess, engaging with them on a kind of fortnightly or monthly basis to validate the work that they're doing, kind of keep the encouragement going, and make sure they get all the support they need up until the point where they get a job locally. Jet have been fantastic, really. They've been involved in a number of ways. I think first and foremost they acted as a bit of a matchmaking service to marry up the two individuals that I've been supporting as best I can with me, and I think that's been useful to the extent Jet have been involved. And then secondly, I think they sort of sit there in the background, not onerously getting in the way of the process, but making sure that the candidates are receiving the support that they need behind the scenes, kind of touching base with them on a frequent basis, making sure that meetings are supported and things like that. So they're supporting from a matchmaking perspective, but also kind of administratively.
Foundations is part of Back to Work, which is run by Social Security, and we take clients that have got significant barriers to employment out into the community, and we do work that there's no budget for. We've got a very good working relationship with Jet. It's been that way since I've been here on Foundations, which is over 3.5 years. And I believe before I was here, we had that relationship going. So we have Jet clients with us all the time. I can't remember a single week where we didn't have at least 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 or 4 Jet clients on Foundations. We get weekly visits from the advisors from Jet for the clients that are working with us. They're really good because obviously yourself and other advisors can see the progress that's being made. It's an anchor point for the clients as well, because you knew them before we did. Because they're working with us for 32 hours a week, we get to maybe unearth some barriers that weren't obvious in the first place, and we can relay that information to yourselves, and then you have all kinds of outside facilities that you can refer to.
Harry's been here coming up to a year, and seeing him progress has been amazing and uplifting. And he was on the shop floor being assembly, that's sorting out manufacturing, getting all sorts of stuff. And it wasn't him, and we worked with Jet to try and find out a place, an area for him to work. And he gradually progressed to work downstairs on the Swiss Q, which is a flatbed printer. And he's got his own area where he is in control, and he's taken responsibility very well. We wanted the staff to work with Harry to improve communication, to understand what he thinks and how he works and how his mind processes things. And through Jet, the process was very good, and the staff have all made it very easy, and now Harry's just part of the team. Jet have been amazing, especially Christina and Emma. They've always been at the end of the phone, by email, here to train our staff to help and to nurture people like Harry through the system to make it feel like we're just one big family, so it's been very good. Well, our table's always open, our door's always open for Jet to talk to us and come up with ideas, from training days to taster days to opportunities to bring people into a creative world like Signtech.
AFM in Jersey, I've been working with Jet since 2014. We have many opportunities, AFM being quite a large business and diverse business. We have office-based roles. We have two employees at the moment, Luke and Elliot, that are working closely with the PPM and administration team, and Anton, who's actually a third-year electrical apprentice, doing a tremendous job. Being an apprentice is quite a challenging role. There's lots of administration to go through, there's lots of calculations, certainly electrical work. There's fractions, so it's really quite a testing. So Anton's done a fantastic job. Luke and Elliot, paperwork particularly detailed and very important to get it right, and I must say that they're doing a tremendous job. Sometimes there can be challenging days when the guys are nervous about a particular piece of work or don't understand a question or how to go about something. So the JET team are always available to come and help us, give us the guidance we need and help the chaps through particular trying times. So yes, they're very, very supportive. And I think currently we have 12 JET clients on our hook, so that's really good news.
I've been working with Jets and Dino approximately 2 years so far, and hopefully for a few more years. For Jets clients, mainly the one that we have, full of opportunities and progress to learn within the company, and the biggest part is feeling part of something bigger than himself and making himself feel good about himself by putting back into the community and working well with others. The individual in question has been very successful for us. I've known the individual for a number of years. He's such a hard worker, he's always ready to please, and he never lets me down. Dino has multiple tasks, primarily just over the corner here. He's stationed on the gate, he's a security guard. He'll make sure the vehicles are coming in and coming out and logged in, logged out, J registration numbers, the different types of companies that are coming in. Then he's got general day-to-day duties on the site, tidying up, sweeping up, making cement. He is very good at all of them, and his skill set is really good for us, and ultimately anywhere he lacks we try and give internal training where we can to make him more efficient for us and also learning for himself.
I've been personally working with the Jersey Employment Trust for nearly 7 years. However, Seymour Hotels have been working with them for 10 years. Over the last 10 years, we've had an amazing relationship with Jersey Employment Trust. This year alone at the Merton Hotel, we've employed 5 clients of Jersey Employment Trust and more throughout the group, as well as also having more training throughout the group as well. We are really hoping, and we know the relationship will just grow stronger and stronger over the years. We receive all different support from the Jersey Employment Trust, from them helping out the clients, from them helping out our managers by offering different training, which can be either training on mental health training we've had, disability awareness training, and it works really well.
I mean, there are always going to be areas where people perhaps don't settle down well, or the role isn't ideal for them. And then on occasions like that we get together and we discuss what's been going on. But in the main it's been fantastic. I would like to say for the hotel it's been great, and I hope for the individuals that they gain what they want from it, that they get useful employment, that they gain self-confidence, and that they have fun and they enjoy the role, and they get an experience in the hospitality industry.
We've had really good successful opportunities with Jersey Employment Trust. The clients have been excellent. We've got a number of clients of theirs that are working now with us full time and with seasonal work, and we're hoping this continues for a long time to come.